Alright. Hey gang, welcome to Inverted Pursuits. And this morning we are heading up to Granger to pick up a package of material. It's an order I placed a couple weeks back, and we're finally going to get around to going and getting it. So, let's go and see what we got. Someone knock, no one. Oh, hey there guys. Welcome back to the shop. And, well, you're currently riding my purchase, which is actually kind of fun for me, but in just a moment, we'll open this up and we'll get you started on today's project. Alright guys, so it's probably pretty obvious what we're up to today. Just based off the name of the video, you probably already know what we're doing. But this is the new launch rail for the next VIPER launch, and what I'm hoping to use for every launch after that. This is the old launch pad over here. So we have to adapt this to fit onto this launch pad or build a new launch pad. Kind of we'll see how it goes. It can be a little bit of a trick mounting these things, but just need to mount it and keep going. So. Alright gang, so here's our plan. I've got this piece of steel that we're going to drill a hole through and bolt to the bottom of the launch rail with this nut. From there, we will actually bolt that to the existing launch pad, and hopefully that will hold it in place. There may be some additional bracing that gets welded to this to go up the back to verify everything's going to stay in place. But for now, that's our starting point. Okay, so I've determined I'm missing a couple of the bolts I need, so let's jump to the hardware store real quick. Alright, and we're back from the hardware store. Got the bolts and nuts I need. Alright, so after a little difficulty and some learning curve, since I was trying to bolt this on for the first time, I now have the pole attached down in there, and it's pretty dang sturdy. I think it needs a couple more bolts through the base here to really beef it up, but that's about all I've got left. pad is done, you can see I've actually placed VIPER here on the pad. So it's quite a tall pad, and the idea, or well, launch rail, the idea is that this will give VIPER plenty of time to get itself going in the direction desired so that aerodynamic effects of the fins take over before it is just free in the air. So I still need to buy the launch rails that allow me to mount it to there, but we're going to go ahead and drop pointy end up my level 2 rocket that I've let to launch. Since it has launch rails designed for a rail like this, we'll set it on here and just see how it looks. Alright, and there is pointy end up on this launch pad. You can see pointy end up actually fits really well with this launch pad. The launch rail is about 2 foot short for what a rocket this size would need, but with where the launch lugs are on it, it's plenty long enough. And got a little bit of play in there because it's not my launch rail on the bottom actually is loose. I can see that there. But you can see how the launch rail allows it to glide within the track on the rocket, or on the launch rail button allows it to ride within this groove that's on the front face. But the wiggle's not very bad at all, with the fact that the thrust of the rocket will push everything that way. In comparison to my old one that leaned like out to here, that much deflection is not much. At the top there is more deflection, but it's still next to nothing, and if it becomes a big deal, it is very easy to add bracing between the back surface and these legs that I have made come out quite a ways. So that is the end of my mid-power to high-power launch rail design and upgrade. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. Please also go check me out on Facebook at Inverted Pursuits Laboratory. I've got updates on projects throughout the week that I post there, and I will be opening an Instagram and Twitter account here soon to also share updates too.